Hey, super learners. Today we're going to continue with our Goldilocks theme for the week. Apparently, some of you did not like my blonde wig. Oops, sorry. Um, but that's okay. Sometimes it's fun to use some fun things. But I'm not going to be using the blonde wig today, but one of the characters in our story will be. And his name is Tacky the Penguin. And this is Tackylocks and the Three Bears. I love this story. Tacky is one of my favorites, favorite characters. He kind of reminds me of like a penguin version of Curious George a little bit. So here is Tackylocks and the Three Bears. And it is written by Helen Lester. She's the author, and illustrated by Lynn Munsinger. In a nice, icy land, something was happening. Let's see if you can figure out which one is Tacky the Penguin. This guy. What's happening? Blared Tacky the Penguin as he came across his companions, Goodly, Lovely, Angel, Neatly, and Perfect. A play, they replied. That's what's happening. Play! Shrieked Tacky in delight. Play! Love it, love it, love it! He waddled off at full speed and was back in a moment. I'm ready! No, Tacky, a play. We're going to perform a play about the three bears for Mrs. Beakley's school. What do you think Tacky meant? Or what do you think Tacky understood? What do you think he heard? Yeah, he thought they meant playtime, like let's go play together. But they're putting on a performance play, not playing. Now, first we must each choose a part. A part of what? Wondered Tacky. Now, for this part, you'll see what Tacky's doing. He's taking a comb and he's got his little feather hairs on top. When you part your hair, you like move it one certain way. So usually my part is like right here when it's up in a ponytail. It's hard to see. But usually it like you can see the line, and that's where he's like looking in the mirror, like, what part? To choose a part, each penguin put a flipper into a bowl and drew out a piece of paper. Or in Tacky's case, put in his whole head. Right there. Goodly and Lovely were proud to be announcers. Angel, Neatly, and Perfect were pleased to be the three bears. And Tacky, if we have three bears, who else is important in that story? For a whole week, Goodly, Lovely, Angel, Neatly, and Perfect practiced their lines. Welcome to our play. Someone's taken a wee nibble of my porridge. Someone's been sitting in my chair. Someone's been sleeping in my bed. This ends our play. Tacky practiced his lines too. What do you notice about Tacky's lines? What are they called? Tally marks. So he's practicing lines, but maybe not the words he's supposed to say. Oops. At last, the day of the play arrived. The penguin players, even Tacky, knew their lines by heart, but this time it would be the real thing, with real costumes and real porridge and real chairs and real looking beds. I wonder why that one changed. Right on time, the audience arrived and took their seats. Sort of. Welcome to our play, announced Goodley. No one listened. Welcome to our play, he tried again in a louder voice. Welcome to our... Oh, never mind. Now, if they were in our class, we followed directions the first time. Looks like we have a tough audience, said Goodley. Everyone was nervous. Almost everyone. Who's not nervous, do you think? Sleeping Beauty. Tacky. Onto the stage waddled the 3 penguin bears to do their official song and dance. We're bears without hairs, but really who cares? We're smart, so this is art, so there's. Then it was Tacky's turn. He skipped on stage and right into the table. He hadn't tried his skipping shoes before. "Ooh, it's Tackylocks," cried the audience. In a loud and clear voice, Tacky spoke his lines. "This porridge is too hot." But he ate it anyway. "This porridge is too cold." But he ate it anyway. "And this porridge is just right." With the just right porridge, he had no choice. He ate it. Now, is that what happens in the other version that we listened to? No. Remember, the great huge bear, his porridge was too hot, and then so she didn't eat it. And then medium-sized bear, her porridge was too cold, so she didn't eat it. But Tacky ate all the porridge. Oh, this is going to be an interesting play. Now, thought Tacky, if only I could find a little something for dessert. It would only take a moment. Perhaps there might be just the right something up in the cabinet. Tacky dragged over the biggest chair. He put the middle-sized chair on the big chair, put the little chair on the middle-sized chair, climbed to the top, stood on tiptoe, and pause there for a second. I'm going to bring us back to a story that we've read this year about Officer Buckle and Gloria. Safety tip number, I think it was 97, kind of goes along with this. Don't stand on a swivel chair. Now, I'm going to spin it just a little bit. What do you think will happen, prediction time, if Tacky stacked 3 chairs on top of each other and then tiptoed on top? Yeah, that's my thought too. Let's find out. Oh, Tacky, all for some cookies. A penguin full of porridge does not fall like a snowflake. Cool! Cheered the fuzzy little ones. Tacky felt lucky that the next scene was in the bedroom. For a little rest. Oh, I feel good. Thinking cozy thoughts, he waddled to the big bed. It was too hard, for it was merely a stage bed, and beneath the covers it was only a pile of ice blocks. Oh, I see. Now it makes sense. Flip back to this page right here. And real looking beds. So are they real beds? No. Now we know that they're just blocks of ice with blankets on top. That doesn't sound comfortable at all. At least not to me. Oh, this bed is too hard, said Tackylocks, and he went to the middle-sized bed. This bed is too soft. It too was only a stage bed, and under the covers was a rubber raft. So, Tackylocks rolled all the bedding over to the little bed. The little bed was a real bed. This bed is just right, Tackylocks said. And with that, he wiggled under the whole pile of blankets and pillows and disappeared. All right, now thinking back to the original version that we read, who should be coming into the story next? Or I should say back into the story, the 3 bears. We're home and hungry as bears, announced the 3 bears as they marched on stage. Papa Bear held the large empty bowl and cried, "Someone has taken a little taste of my porridge." A little taste? And a tiny nibble of mine, added Mama, holding another very empty bowl. Baby Bear wailed, means to cry really loudly. You think you have trouble? My porridge is all gone. This sounded pretty silly since he wasn't the only one with an empty bowl. Oh boy. We need to sit in our chairs and discuss this, said the 3 bears. Papa Bear said, someone has been sitting in my... What? Where? Chair? Mama Bear said, someone has been sitting in my... Wait a minute. Baby Bear said, someone has been... Oh, never mind. This play was not going at all as they had planned. Oh boy. The frazzled bears marched to the bedroom. Frazzled means like flustered, frustrated, just kind of thrown off their game a little bit. Someone has been sleeping in my pile of ice blocks, growled Papa Bear. Someone has been sleeping in my river raft, too, added Mama. And Baby Bear squealed, someone has been sleeping in my bed, and that someone's still there, I hope. The three penguins dug desperately. Where could Tacky be? Finally, Baby Bear cried, I've got it by the beak! The bears threw pillows to and fro until all of Tacky appeared and shouted, Pillow fight! Hooray! Yelled the audience. So it looks like even the audience, the students in Mrs. Beakley's class, are jumping in on the pillow fight. Feathers flew everywhere until everyone was exhausted. Looks like our play has ended, Tacky, said Goodly, Lovely, Angel, Neatly, and Perfect. Just then, Mrs. Beakley arrived to pick up her class. And how did you like the play, children? She asked. Best play ever! Hooray for Tackylocks! They cheered. Tackylocks was an odd bird, but a nice bird to have around. The end. So that was a different spin or a different version on Goldilocks and the Three Bears about Tackylocks. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you later. Toodaloo.